Our world can seem out of sorts sometimes. So, if you find your anxiety is running wild and you feel you just can't make sense of it all, this is a great art directive to use. Grounding is the process of becoming aware of ourselves in the present moment instead of focusing on ourselves in the midst of our anxiety or other overwhelming emotions. This art directive can be done anywhere, anytime, with any art or writing materials you have on hand, from watercolor paints, crayons, or plain old pencil. To begin, grab the art material of your choice and begin freely making loops, swirls, and lines without lifting off the page. The more times the lines cross, the more spaces you'll have to color in. Every time you do one of these pieces, they will all be different. There is no right or wrong way to approach this art directive. Once your scribble is complete, begin coloring the spaces with the art material of your choice. As always, the purpose of this art directive is to ground yourself when feeling anxious or overwhelmed. Often when we are stressed or anxious, our minds can be flooded with distressing thoughts about the future, or we might be dwelling on painful experiences from the past. When children, for instance, are scribbling and doodling, we think it doesn't mean anything and they are just kids and they don't know how to make art, and perhaps they don't have talent. But many child development experts believe that children are letting out a lot of inner angst, frustration, anger, fear, all kinds of feelings they don't know what to do with. If that stuff doesn't come out on paper, those kids could just carry that around for years and maybe a lifetime. Experienced art therapists feel that adults need to do the same thing. We need to de-stress by letting ourselves return to that very simple state that we were in as preschoolers and kindergartners, where we can just let the stuff out on paper. Not worrying about what it looks like, not thinking about talent, or artistic ability, or skill. But just have fun scribbling on paper. It goes beyond scribbling. It can also extend into making images, but it starts with scribbling. That is where we need to start as adults to de-stress.